love-struck Romeo, sing the streets a serenade, laying everybody low with a love song that he made. Find the streetlight, steps out of the shade, says something like, you and me, babe, how about it? Juliet says, hey, it's Romeo, you nearly give me a heart attack. He's underneath the window, she's singing, Eli, my boyfriend's back. You shouldn't come around here singing up at people like that. Anyway, what you gonna do about it? Juliet, the dice was loaded from the start, and I bet then you exploded into my heart, and I forget the movie song. When you gonna realize it was just that the time was wrong, Juliet. Come up on different streets, they both were streets of shame, both dirty, both mean. Yes, and the dream was just the same. And I dreamed your dream for you, and now your dream is real. How can you look at me as if I was just another one of your deals? When you can fall for chains of silver, you can fall for chains of gold, you can fall for pretty strangers and the promises they hold. You promised me everything, you promised me thick and thin, yeah. Now you just say, oh, Romeo, yeah. You know, I used to have a scene with him. Juliet, when we made love, you used to cry. You said, I love you like the stars above. I love you till I die. There's a place for us. You know the movie song. When you gonna realize it was just that the time was wrong, Juliet. Can't do the talks like the talk on the TV, and I can't do a love song like the way it's meant to be. I can't do everything, but I'll do anything for you. Can't do anything except be in love with you. And all I do is miss you, and the way we used to be. All I do is keep the beat, bad company, and all I do is kiss you through the bars of a rhyme. Julie, I do the stars with you anytime. Juliet, when we made love, you used to cry. I said I love you like the stars above. I love you till I die. And there's a place for us. You know the movie song. It was just that the time was wrong, Juliet. And a love-struck Romeo, sing the streets of serenade, laying everybody low with a love song that he made. Find a convenient street light, steps out of the shade and says something like, you and me, babe, how about it? streets of Soho in the rain. He was looking for the place called Lee Ho Fooks. Gonna get a big dish of beef chow mein. Ahoo, werewolves of London. Ahoo, ahoo, werewolves of London. Ahoo, you hear him howling around your kitchen door. You better not let him in. Little old lady got mutilated late last night. Werewolves of London again. Ahoo, werewolves of London. Ahoo, ahoo, werewolves of London. Ahoo. The hairy-handed gent who ran amok in Kent. Lately he's been overheard in Mayfair. You better stay away from him. He'll rip your lungs out, Jim. I'd like to meet his tailor. Ahoo, werewolves of London. Ahoo. I saw Lon Chaney walking with the Queen, doing the werewolves of London. I saw Lon Chaney Jr. walking with the Queen, doing the werewolves of London. I saw a werewolf drinking a pina colada at Trader Vic's. His hair was perfect.
Shows on audioburger.com.
Oh yes, and we're back. Now, I've got a few shout-outs to do very quickly. Now, Kieran Barrington is over on the Spreaker chat at the moment, and he said, "Can I have a shout-out, please?" Well, Kieran, hello, and that is your shout-out from Sassy Goth. Mwah! Why don't you come over and join us on the audioburger.com chat site? It's much more fun in there than Spreaker. Now, I've also got to give a good shout out to John Alexander Ross in Brighton, who's a new tune in. Hello there. He's also got a request coming up later in the show. Now, I've been finding out some interesting facts, actually, now, let me just get this right. Diana. Now, I've got to go back a little bit here because, now, there's a bit of an interesting association with within Temptations. Now, according to Diana, there's a gothic group called Delane who's out there, and it's performed by a brother of Within Temptations, which I didn't realise. And apparently, she has somebody in her family who actually, her son Robert, she says in the chat room, did audition last year for Delane on the European tour, but apparently his gear was not good enough. Oh, now that is ridiculous there. That is ridiculous. No, 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 no. We can't have that. Now, if that guitarist is good enough for this world, then sure as hell, then equipment is not relevant to joining within temptation. But then again, John Alexander Ross from Brighton would then disagree with me here because he is pretty up apparently on the whole sound engineering gig. Sasha knows him better than I do. And according to Diana, he was first playing he first played for Within Temptation, which is quite interesting. So thank you, Diana, for that. Now, very, very, very cool vibes generally coming in throughout the whole thing. Now, I mentioned some poetry being sent in. Now, Lord Scott Bourne, aka our lovely Scotty in the chat room, he sent me a message earlier on today via the old Book of Face. He says, "Hey hun, I found this rather dark little love poem on an online dark poem site. It's by a lady called Pixie, and it's called Tremble Softly." And I read this and I was absolutely blown away by the whole thing. I just cannot credit how much wonderful vibes and everything is put into it. It's just fantastic. So, I hope you'll enjoy this. Tremble Softly by Pixie. I feel the red blood running with a shiver down my spine. These scars on my body you've made, yes, but they're mine. I tremble in the darkness with a fear of sun and light. I try to tremble softly, but the screams all pierce the night. I gave in to my weakness, and now all I am is dust. I gave in to your wishes, but you lied and broke my trust. I lived with no ambition and no reason, strength or will. Without a shred of passion, I am cold and lying still. I shattered like a glass case and fell upon the floor. Now all I have is nothing, and all you want is more. I tried to build an alibi and hide from your disgrace, but all I've ever had in me has been chained in this place. I feel your red blood running with a shiver down my spine. I clutch the cleaver closer as you tremble, saying, "You're mine." I kiss your forehead gently, bleeding eyes no longer see. Shh, baby, tremble softly. You mustn't anger me. That is a stunning poem, and in fact you can find a lot of dark love poems on this beautiful site. If you go to www.blessedwithlove.com, and you'll be able to type in dark love poems on this site, and it'll come up. So, absolutely gorgeous. Oh, that has already set everybody aflame with a shiver. That's fantastic. Ooh. Now, I've got to say, my night owls, that has cheered me up a bit. And of course, our Ranga has said, "Come on, cheer up, Sash!" I can't do his American accent, but I have to say that Dire Straits number, that was nicked from Sasha's show because, well, as Jack Chandler's very aptly pointed out, tit for tat. She nicked bad things, now I can nick Dire Straits. Oh dear. No, seriously, that was that was a song for Rango the dog, aka Matthew Meadows, and apparently this is his most favourite song of all time. So my pleasure, Matt. Thank you very much. Now, we do have we've got quite a lot of interesting stuff coming up here. Now, if you want to know how you